Considered that there are three debts which are required to be paid during one's life. The concept of the same reflects another attempt to create awareness of one's duties and responsibilities. The first debt is to God, which one can repay by dedicating one's life to the service of God. To an Hindu mind, services of God means services to all mankind, regardless of caste, color and creed. Reverence for all forms of life, including plants and animals, and protection of the environment is an important ingredient of the repayment of the first debt. Also includes therein practice of non-violence and truthfulness, obeying of scriptural injunctions, practices of self-control and purity of thought, and respect to all, especially elders. Taittiriya Upanishad declares that the parents and teachers should be treated as gods. The second debt is to the sages and saints who have revealed the truth in the Vedas and the other scriptures. This debt can be repaid by preserving and enriching the cultural heritage. An individual should learn and practice the philosophical and theological themes of the Hindu Dharma. One should donate generously to participate in social welfare activities. The third debt is towards our ancestors. The repayment of this includes the raising of one's family in accordance with the moral and ethical principles of Dharma. There are 4 stages of life. The 4 ashramas constitute a plan of action for an individual to lead to spiritual perfection by living a well-disciplined life on earth. Brahmachari ashram. The 3 main goals of this ashram are: number 1, to acquire knowledge; number 2, to build character; number 3, he should shoulder responsibility that will fall upon him during his adult life. This stage begins when a child enters the school at an early age and continues until he or she has finished all schooling. The student is expected to acquire 2 types of knowledge. 1, acquire knowledge in arts and science and learn necessary skills for earning a decent living in this world. Number 2, to acquire religious and spiritual knowledge, the moral and ethical principles of Dharma. An individual who is competent in successfully assuming the duties and responsibilities of the householder stage of life depends upon the intensity and the depth of knowledge that has been acquired by him during this stage of life. Grahastha. The beginning point for this stage is one's marriage, which is regarded as a sacrament and not a contract. In the Grahastha, an individual pays 3 debts. Householder is also required to perform 5 dharmas, Panchamaha yajnas, in his daily life. First, Brahma Yajna, daily recitation of the Vedas and other scriptures. Number 2, Pitri Yajna, that is daily remembrance of one's forefathers. Number 3 is Deva Yajna, remember God throughout the daily practices and meditation. Number 4 is Bhuta Yajna, providing food to those who are in need, including the animals and the plants. Nara Yajna, that is serving the guests with love, respect and reverence. Vanaprastha ashram. After one's children have reached adulthood and have assumed the responsibilities as householders who enter the Vanaprastha ashram, they would begin at this stage as if they have retired. One gradually withdraws from active life and begins devotion, more time to the study of scriptures, contemplating and meditating. He, however, makes himself available, provide guidance and share experiences with the younger generation when requested. Sannyasa ashram. Sannyasin is one who has renounced the world. This is the final stage of life to which individuals mentally renounces all the worldly ties, spends all of his or her time in meditation and contemplating and pondering over the mysteries of life. Kama denotes wants and appetites of an individual's body and mind in the form of one's desires, passions, emotions, and drives. Life would be dull without a recreation and entertainment such as art, music, dance, sports, conjugal love, filial affections, savory food and drinks, fine clothes, jewelry, ornaments. The Hindu way of life does not attempt to suppress these desires but seeks to satisfy them in a controlled fashion. When desires are regulated, the energies can be directed into proper channels. The sexual energy of an individual can be dissipated in the proper channel by raising a family and sharing one's allows with others. It was considered that the freedom from sensual desires and passions is necessary for attaining moksha, and it is made possible by proper coordination of dharma, artha and kama. Moksha is the liberation of the soul from the bondage of flesh and the limitations of the finite body. Moksha is the ultimate goal of Hindu religious life. The yogis call it mukti, the Buddhists call it nirvana, the Christians call it kingdom of heaven.